Welcome to another one of my Adobe Photoshop Lightroom tutorials. Today I'm going to make a very quick tutorial on the tone curve feature in Adobe Photoshop Lightroom. You may recognize this image from one of my other Lightroom tutorials. It's from the toning tutorial. If you haven't already watched that, I recommend going and watching it. But first we're going to get off with learning about the tone curve. It's very simple. There's two ways that you can use the tone curve. The first is to use the graph here, and you can see that you can change the shape of the graph just like you can in other pieces of software such as Adobe Photoshop. So I'm going to pull it down a little bit, and what this basically does is change certain aspects of the photo in areas that you desire. The best way is to just have a little play with it, but you can have multiple points on the line and you can pull them up or down depending on what you want. And you're going to notice that whilst you're adjusting the curve here, you're also going to see these sliders down here change as well. I'm not a big fan of using the graph to change the aspects. I prefer using the sliders down here. Personally, I think it's just a little bit more interesting and easier, sorry. And also you can put in values here that make it easier to use the tone curve. There's also these sliders here which change a few things, although on this black and white image it doesn't seem to be changing a lot. There's no real right or wrong way to use the tone curve. Just basically use it to your advantage, just to make your image look better. Just have a play around with it, and that's what Lightroom's all about, really, just playing around with it. If you like it, you can save it as a preset. If not, well, never mind. So that pretty much sums up my very short and very basic tutorial on how to use the tone curve in Adobe Photoshop Lightroom.